Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for, this is for the next 6 months. This is for June till the end of the year. And we're just going to see what, I like that. We're just going to see what is going on for you at this time, Virgo. And that's going to be that. You have this, I love this Yang energy card. It's kind of like the Ace of Wands. In some ways, it's like a new beginning or having a new beginning. So I feel some of you could be experiencing a new beginning. Obviously, you have this burst of magic card, right? So there could be some magic entering into your life. And look at this, Ace of Wands, exactly what I was talking about. But I feel like this magic is coming through like an upgrade. So I would definitely say that there's like an upgrade coming in for you here. It looks kind of like financial to me. So, and what I mean by that is it could be like an upgrade to your business, to your career, to whatever it is that you're doing. For some of you, like if you're married, by the way, I do feel like it could also be like your partner who's getting an upgrade. I'd say both of you, honestly. This looks really good. I like this. But again, it could be like a mutual where you're both getting an upgrade, that just is going to make things better. It's like, sometimes I feel we get into these moments that we should take advantage of, by the way. It's like when things get better, things continue to get better usually, right? Because things are getting better. It's like you're creating that positive snowball. I always used to tell a story about, I had a friend in high school, and we always used to do things, and we used to joke, and we would say to each other, how could it get any better than this? Like, when something good would happen, and guess what? Something good would always happen after that. Like, it would just keep getting better, right? And I kind of feel that for you here. I like this. It's like things are getting better and better, but I would make sure, I always say when things start getting better and better, take advantage of the energy. Be grateful for it, right? Tell the universe you're grateful. That's one way to do it. But also, keep the momentum going. You start off with this Yang energy card. I feel like you've already experienced a new beginning, like you've already moved or traveled or, had a new beginning recently or maybe over the past 2 years or so, or within the last 2 years. There's some sort of new beginning I'm seeing. And I feel like things are starting to kind of speed up in the area of the new beginning. I say that because of the Two of Pentacles here. In your first row, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. I'm seeing this Two of Pentacles as speed. Two of Pentacles really has nothing to do with anything speeding up, right? Two of Pentacles is like a card of juggling. It's a card of spinning plates, having a lot going on. And that could definitely be part of it, but I get this like feeling of momentum here where it's like things are picking up pace, because they are picking up pace. It's just that simple. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, like waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for results. I do feel some of you are like waiting for a result on something. And I'm pretty sure I said this to you in a recent reading. Like I was getting something about approval or waiting to get approved on something or, whatever, right? And so if you're waiting for approval, if you're waiting for news about something, I do feel this could be like approval. You could be receiving news or getting approved for something that you've been waiting to get approved on for a while. You also have the Four of Pentacles. I just feel everybody's holding on to something right now. I don't care who you are. I feel like we all are. Even like people like me who know I shouldn't hold on to things, right? But I don't think we should beat ourselves up over it either. I mean, that's part of the process in the first place. So what I'd say here is if there are things that you need to let go of, I feel that on the Four of Pentacles. My other thing with the Four of Pentacles is one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says, when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. And he's got a pentacle here and a pentacle here, one on his head, one on his heart. So I kind of feel that like brain-heart coherence thing. If you can get your two energies matching up, then I feel you'll really be kind of like unstoppable at this time, Virgo. And that's what I would be working on. You have this Burst of Magic card. Again, I feel like the magic is some things getting better. And again, the more things get better, the more there are improvements, the more there are improvements, right? The more things improve. I always tell people, it's like if you're in a crappy place in life, start creating improvements, even no matter how big or how small they are. I think we need to celebrate even our tiniest little wins. I always say, like, if you want to get fit, just start doing one push-up a day. And yes, only one, right? And it doesn't matter how big or how small the victories are. It's like when you create one feels really good. So then it's like before you know it, you're doing like 10 push-ups and then 100 and then maybe some other exercise, right? So it's like I think we have to start small. For like the longest time, what I feel is that the energy since like the 70s somewhere around there has been like, rush, get ahead, do things as quickly as you possibly can. And you have to be perfect at everything, right? But we're kind of like leaving that behind. I feel like we're entering into a much better place where it's kind of like, do what you're passionate about, do what you actually want to do with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, a card of being bold, being assertive, really going for something, really, really making something happen. But, again, I always like to say that the Queen of Wands, she might be going towards like a passion. She might be going towards something that is more of a desire. It might not be like a career. It might not be something that everybody says she should do, right? So I feel for a lot of you, you need to trust your inspirations with the Ace of Wands. I always say out with the old, in with the new with the Ace of Wands as well. There's a castle that is crumbling in the background over there. And the crumbling castle is, kind of represents out with the old, in with the new. I just encourage pretty much everyone to move towards newness at this time. Death card, transformation, newness. So clearly, I feel there is kind of like something new coming in for everyone. Or the universe. I feel pretty much everybody's being asked to try new things at this time. And again, pretty much every single sign gets the message. And people always say, why do you repeat it to every single sign? I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not the universe. I can't control what the universe wants. But I don't know. I just feel that everything has been like one or the other for too long. This side, that side. Or, I think that people think there's only certain ways of doing things, like having a YouTube channel or starting a business or having a relationship. And it's like, I feel like the universe has gotten to this point now where people are being asked to discover like crazy new ways to do things that we've never seen before. Because the universe is like, no, there's like, come from infinite source intelligence. There's like a billion ways to do anything, but we're all just stuck, keeping up with the Joneses or trying to say, oh, I have to live my life because I don't know, the government tells me to or whatever, right? So, whenever we get too stuck like that, where people are kind of just operating on autopilot, I feel like the universe comes in and says, no, it's time to do things differently. And here you go. You have this broken open card. I'm telling you right now, you in Pisces are the two signs that I believe are meant to shine your light at this time. I feel like you in particular are meant to, some of you could literally be guiding people on what to do. Others could just be being a living example. I always tell people like the most powerful, most spiritual thing you could probably do is be an example for other people. I think sometimes we think like, people always ask me like, what is my spiritual journey? Where's my path? I'm always like, well, number one, create your own reality. I believe that really the most spiritual thing we can do is to create our own reality, whatever that means for you, and kind of live our life to limits. But on top of that, being an example, being a positive example for other people is probably going to be very good as well. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Number one, I do feel there could be love coming in for you if you are looking at it. This looks like a lot of people as well here, Virgo. So it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden you had multiple people kind of, making moves towards you. Even over here, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is momentum, like we were talking about earlier in the reading. It is quick movement, but it can also be a lot of socializing, a lot of communication. So it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden you had like multiple people, making offers towards you, finding you attractive, all that other stuff. And I definitely feel that for you. So if you're dating, looking for love, I feel like there are a lot of options. Are you going to pick one of those options? I don't know. We're going to clarify in a minute. I don't see commitment here just yet. But again, that's not a bad thing. If you're dating, obviously you're dating. So what's wrong with that, right? Probably nothing. But, again, unless you want a commitment. But again, we're going to look at that in a minute. Really, the Page of Pentacles is, again, newness, doing something new. It's also a card of education, like learning new ways of doing things or learning different things that you could potentially do with your life. So a lot of learning with the Page of Pentacles. I also feel that there could be, good news coming in for you here. You have the Knight of Cups, which is a dream. Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor, but it could also represent a dream, some sort of dream that you have. He needs to start planting seeds. He's in the desert. This guy here, he also needs to start planting seeds. So I kind of feel that these two knights are, like, this is the dream part, and I feel like you have to plant seeds, but really, I feel like this is the planting seeds part. He has the empty field behind him, and he needs to start planting seeds towards a dream. So if there's something that you've been wanting to accomplish for a long time, then I feel like you need to start planting seeds. I am getting, by the way, just so you know, as I was going through that, I do feel like one person is going to stand out. If you're like seeing multiple people or dating, I feel like there's like a standout person, but I'm going to need to get more details on that. Next, you have this transit card. It says climate. We have a lot of heavy transits going on this year. Very up and down energy, as I've been saying. It's like, it's kind of funny because, I was talking to someone about Bitcoin the other day, and I was on a podcast like a few months ago where, the podcast host was like, what do you think about Bitcoin? What do you think is going to happen? I said, I think it's going to be very up and down. And basically, I was right. It's been extremely, it's been basically unpredictable. And again, the reason I knew this was going to happen, it's not really a prediction, is Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is the planet of kind of things being unpredictable, the planet of unpredictability. And Taurus has to do with values. I do see, I've talked about this since, 2019, that I do see a financial change in the world, but I don't think it's going to really start until like 2026, somewhere around there. And could it be cryptocurrency? It could be. That could be part of the financial change. But until then, I feel like it's very up and down. I feel like it's, and I feel that energy. But the reason I'm babbling on about this, by the way, Virgo, is because I feel like it's in other areas of life as well. I feel like things can be very up and down, very unpredictable, especially this year. The good news is I feel like you're handling it with this card. I think your answer, by the way, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Cups. If you're feeling unpredictable, if you're feeling like you can't predict things, in your life, like relationships, your health, your business, your finances, and all that other stuff, I would adopt this energy right here, the King of Cups. He doesn't really care what is going on in the world. He trusts his deeper feelings, right? He trusts how he feels deep down inside about things. And I know that's a very obvious answer, but it's like one of those things where, like, he wouldn't try to, everything in life is up and down. He totally understands that, but he does things based off his values. And values is a word that has been coming up for a very long period of time. So it's like using cryptocurrency as an example. It's like if you hold on to it, for the most part, it goes up and down. But if you hold up to it in the long term, it's probably going to go up, right? And again, don't take this as financial advice. I'm just giving you an example. Same thing in love, right? It's like he understands that maybe he enters into a relationship. He understands that there will be good times and bad times. He understands that he has to work to constantly improve the relationship. So he understands the ups and downs. He accepts it as part of his life, and then he just progresses forward. Based off of, understanding that. He doesn't make decisions necessarily like in the moment. He doesn't make decisions in the up or the down or, in the middle. He uses his values to guide him, right? Which is totally different. And I also feel like it's a much more powerful position to be in when, you're not making a decision from down here. It's also, same thing. It's good to not make a decision when you're high, when you're super up here, right? He makes decisions at any point, doesn't matter, in the zigzag, as long as it's based off of his values. And because he understands them, he's able to make good decisions. And that's what's popping into my head here, is that with that climate card, a lot of ups and downs. But if you're worried about life, or if you're worried about your health or relationships, like I said, or money or anything like that, I feel like as long as you understand your center, you're going to be very successful. Eight of Wands right here. Eight of Wands is quick success. It's also momentum, which I was talking about earlier. I do see a lot of chaos here, but not like in a bad way. I just see, I feel like all of a sudden, like a lot of people requiring your attention, wanting your attention. This could be a great thing for those of you that are in like the public eye, that have a career or anything like that. I feel like it's busy. I would definitely say with the Five of Pentacles, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold. Kind of what I'm feeling here on the Five of Pentacles is just saying, don't ignore your own needs. Like, it's like good if you're very busy. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in because of it, but bad because maybe you're not taking care of something that you need to take care of about yourself. So I feel like as long as you're doing that, you're going to be perfectly fine. It looks really good. I'm noticing that there are just like a lot of people here in general. Like I said, I feel that a lot of you could be getting a lot of attention. It kind of makes sense to me. Again, Jupiter was in Pisces, which is Pisces' first house. And so it's not your first house. So that's not what I'm saying. But again, you have Jupiter opposite your sign. I don't know. I feel like it could be bringing in a lot of attention just in general for you. Even though it's in Aries now, at the time of me recording this video in October, it's going to retrograde back into Pisces. Then it's going to move forward into back into Aries in December. But, from like October to December, you might notice some extra attention even around that time. I've been encouraging mostly earth signs to take advantage of attention as well. So we're talking about positive attention, like if you have a podcast or if you have a YouTube channel or anything like that, anything where that requires attention, I would try to get more attention. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. I don't know. I feel like you're very back and forth about love in general. Like, what role does it play in your life? I don't know. That question is popping into my head, so I'm going to ask it, Virgo. That's something you have to decide. Like, what role does love play in your life? And, I think a lot of you are asking that question there with the Ace of Cups. That's literally the only thing that is popping into my head with that Ace of Cups. With the Three of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. There you go. More momentum. Like I was saying, I get a lot of momentum in your reading in general, and I would keep that momentum going. I like to tell people that, like, one thing I've been working on for like the past 3 years is stretching out my victories. It's like, I think too often we reach a finish line where we feel like, oh, I've made it, right? And you get to the victory, but then you feel empty. You feel like, oh, like, now what, So I've been practicing, like, really bathing in my successes, the small ones, the big ones, all of them, right? Really soaking them up, really enjoying them, really taking time to enjoy the moment and all those things. It might sound like a little thing to do, but I don't know. I've been having more and more successes. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because I think it works, and it's free to just kind of like sit there and be like, wow, I really enjoy this. And I just kind of think about things. I think about where I came from. I think about what I had to do to accomplish it. And I just, express gratitude. And again, it'll change your life. And I would start small because, again, if you try to start big, especially right now, as I've said to everyone with Neptune and Pisces, if you try to start big, your brain's going to be like, no, stupid, you can't do that. Or, or something else is going to pop up, right? So you have to start small and be grateful for the small things and then get bigger from there. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. Really, I keep getting the word focus like all year. But what I feel like the word focus is saying is that it would be better for, I feel it would be very good to be very focused at this time on like one thing. Like if you're starting a project, if you're working on a business, I would get really, really focused about what you're doing because it's just going to lead to a burst of magic success. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is about forgiveness and needing to forgive the past. Some of you, I do feel, have to kind of like forgive a past person. It's kind of weird what I'm seeing here. I'm not going to lie. What I'm seeing is it's kind of one of those things. Like sometimes we get into a relationship. I think we know, maybe we kind of understand on a certain level that it isn't the right thing for us, but we want it, so we stay in it anyway. And then the mask comes off, I'm not saying someone lied to you here with this Queen of Wands, but I do feel like a past person, it's like maybe a certain part of you kind of always knew from the beginning that it wasn't really kind of what you wanted to be and you were trying to make it something else. I feel like a lot of you could be thinking about a relationship like that. I would, again, Three of Swords is about forgiveness. It's not about forgiving the person. It's about forgiving yourself so that you can remove those swords from your own heart. With the Death card, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. More importantly, Eight of Cups is about not getting sucked down into emotional whirlpools. The Eight of Cups is getting sucked down by things. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely do not call attention to your weaknesses. I feel like that's just going to hold you back with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles also represents a place of sanctuary. It says that no matter what is going on, there's a place of safety for you. But mostly I would focus on the positives at this time. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups. Fortune after difficulty. Funny because Ten of Cups to me is a clue card. To me, it's a clue for dating. And like I said, I definitely get that feeling for you here, Virgo, where some of you could be dating at this time. Or it just could say, this reading could just be saying the energy is good for dating. So if you want to date, I would definitely say it is a good time for you to do that. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I think you see things clearly. It's funny that this reading is set up like this. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Three of Swords. Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. It's like you know what you're looking for now. I feel like that Queen of Wands, Three of Swords was a lack of clarity. It's like maybe, like I said, maybe a certain part of you understood that a relationship wasn't right. That's what you're heartbroken over, or maybe that's what you're healing from right now. And now I feel like Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, clarity. It's like you understand now what to look out for. I feel like so this is like a good thing. With the Knight of Pentacles, You have the Hermit. That's you, Virgo. You showing up in a very strong position. I feel like you've been through it. You've been through a lot. This is a collection period. Those are the words that are popping into my head. A collection period. Sometimes I think we get to this place in life where it's like things maybe aren't slow, things maybe aren't fast, right? It's like maybe you're earning a certain amount of money in business or career, but it's like there's no like growth. I feel like we get to these points where it's almost a stuck feeling. But what I feel like this is saying is all the information is being sucked in from all your past experiences at this time. I actually feel right now, I'm shooting this video on the 19th, by the way, of May. So I feel like towards the end of May, beginning of June, it's like all this information is coming in. I feel like you're looking in, I keep getting the word reminiscing, but are you really reminiscing? I don't really feel that's what it is. I feel like it's more this collection of energy where you're collecting information about all the experiences that you've had, the things that you've been through. This is a good thing because now I feel like you're able to make more educated decisions about everything in life because you're having this like collection of information coming in. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. There you go. King of Swords is a card of wisdom and knowledge. It's a card of coming at things from a place of wisdom and knowledge as well. It's very interesting because this right here, you have the Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. It's almost like these two, this X right here, this diagonal is talking about one relationship that you experienced from the past. I feel like it taught you a lot. Probably your last relationship is what I would say here. And that's where this wisdom is coming from. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. Very attractive at this time, Virgo. So, I don't know. I would get out there if I were you. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I don't attach gender to my cards. This is just the energy that's surrounding you. But I also feel, very bold and assertive. Again, Queen of Wands, she represents like being bold, being assertive, really going for the things that you desire to have. And she really doesn't care what people think either. So I kind of feel that energy would be good for you, really just diving into the things that you desire to create or have in your life. With the King of Cups, you have the Emperor. Could be an Aries coming in for you. Could be a water sign coming in for you. I really feel it's just, if you're looking for love, I feel like it's a person who is very deep emotionally, but I also feel like they have a plan. I feel like they're a very thoughtful person with that King of Cups. I feel like that's one energy, by the way, the King of Cups and the Emperor. I feel like it's just together. So that's a person coming in for you if you want love. And again, it could be any gender coming in for you here as well. I feel like they're, kind of like a good compliment to you as well here, Virgo. For all of you, I also feel like that energy is your energy. Queen of Wands twice, very driven. Emperor energy, very driven. King of Cups would be about exploring new kind of frontiers. He, as far as an action is concerned with the King of Cups, he can represent like exploring things you've never explored before, new ideas, new businesses, new, right? And Ace of Wands here as well. So it's a pretty awesome reading. I love this. I would definitely pay attention to that like burst of magic type of energy there. But thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.